This hasn't been in the making for several years. In fact, I finished this yesterday. No, I lie, it was this morning. Okay. Well, don't look at the TV.
Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at public speaking, so I will do a bit of reading. Let's see if I can make some eye contact every now and again. Okay. Well, on behalf of Marianne and I do want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate our wedding. I know a lot of you come very, very far. America, Australia. I'm not even going to name all of them because I know I'm going to miss several thousand out. Thank you, everyone, from wherever you came from. Today, Marianne and I are coming to what has been a very, very, very long voyage, preparing a wedding. It's been worth it. But I tell you what, we've been talking about it and we think we're going to write a book entitled How to Get Married but Not Have a Wedding. Because it's hard, it's really hard. I think I can speak for both of us when I say thank God we're going on holiday tomorrow because we really need it. I was recently telling a friend about the preparations for the wedding, and his 8-year-old son turned to him and asked him, "Daddy, how much do weddings cost?" And I love my friend's answer. He said, "I'm not sure, son. I'm still paying mine off." But being engaged to Marianne has taught me a lot of things about myself too. Mostly how lazy I can be without someone like Marianne to spur me on in life. And that's just one of the things I'm really grateful to her for. And with her, I'm doing more. I feel like I'm being more and I'm becoming more. I read yesterday when I was preparing this speech that a wise man once said, "Man is incomplete until he's married. And then he's really finished." But it's been a really interesting ride working on the wedding with Marianne. It's helped me learn a lot about her, the good and the bad, and I'm sure she's learned a lot about me too, the bad and the worse. But it's also helped me see what things I've yet to learn about Marianne. Of course, I know that any married couple here will tell us that it'll take years for us to really get to know each other very, very well. I think we've got a good start so far. But leaving that aside, I decided that for the wedding I'd do a small voyage of discovery about Marianne's past, just to do a bit more digging. You might all want to just try and turn to see a TV. There are 2 TVs there, and one in front of you. I hope you can see them. We've placed them as well as we can. Fingers crossed. George, you ready?
Marianne, hope you're having a great day.
I promised Marianne I wouldn't make a crack. I don't think I've done it yet.
No, I'm okay.
No, okay, good. Actually, before I go any further, I do have to thank these 2 people, Uncle Phil and Auntie Amen. Give them a hand, please. I want to thank him for helping with the video, but as obviously is quite predictable, I want to also thank them for the support they've given us for the last few years. Me and Marianne have been together. I can remember actually, Auntie Amen, back when I mustered up the courage to approach you to ask you if I could even see Marianne, and I remember very courageously I planned to do it while you were busy with something else, so that if you hadn't heard, at least I could hand on heart say I've done it. But I should have known you were a better listener than that, and I barely really said, "Would you mind if I start seeing your door?" And you said, "It's a bit late now, isn't it? You've been seeing her for 3 months." But in all seriousness, Philip and Amen, thank you for giving me your daughter to look after. I promise to love her and spoil her and ruin her and encourage her to buy a car with a bigger boot and more seats. And then I promise, as best as I can, to help her fulfill her dream of continuing to make you proud. While we're on the subject of parents, I want to thank my own parents. My mum and dad have had to put up with me living at their house for about 10 years, way too long.
That's true.
Because while all the other kids were off living in university campuses, I was turning my old sister's bedroom into a pigsty, and turning my bedroom into a painting studio, and turning the rest of the house into a storage warehouse. So, Mum and Dad, I want to say thank you for loving me enough to know how I needed to be loved. Because particularly during these years of engagement, I've learnt that a good person loves everyone in the same way, but exceptional people learn to love everyone how they need to be loved. So whether that means giving them space, or being close, or being loud, or being quiet. It's now that I'm beginning to see how hard that is to master. I appreciate both of you more each day. So on that note, I need to thank my friends Monica and Fadi Lewis, who first introduced us to the book, The 5 Love Languages. If you haven't read it, although I need to reread it, you should. Talking of love, I want to thank these guys in the front row, the bridesmaids and groomsmen. Hand of applause, please. Because they've all put so much effort into this wedding. And they've put so much effort into helping me and Marianne come to where we are today. Directly or indirectly, doesn't matter, you've all done it. They've taken us on holidays, they've pampered us on spa days, they've helped us organise events, they've cried and sweated over which dress size to get. And then there's the bridesmaids, who help Marianne and the like. Finally, I want to thank Marianne for loving me in spite of me. I'm slow and fat than I should be. I'm not rich, and I might never be. I wake up and I can click almost every bone in my body. But I promise that, with the exception of those things, everything I have is yours. And for the rest of our lives, I will learn to love you the way you need to be loved. I will buy enough Red Bull to find a way to stay awake. And I will be there when you need me. I will be there to support your dreams like you support mine. And as a reminder to while we're all here, I've got a second video. Would you mind, George?